She runs a successful catering business, but recently sales have been slow. And she would like us to help her with ideas on what could have gone wrong. This is the Metrowoman talk show, and I'm Chine Noli, your host. Joining me on today's episode is the beautiful Bukky Bash, a mind management consultant and fashion entrepreneur, and the delectable Joy Alexander Oziegbe, a travel and tours consultant. How are you ladies doing? Are you ready to take on the questions? The first question is from Sarah, and she lives in Lagos, and she says, "Hello, my name is Sarah. I run a thriving catering business in Lagos. Now, I noticed recently that there was a drag in sales, and on further investigation into our books, it seems that my customers are not returning. I'm currently investigating this. Now, do you have any ideas on what to look out for?" Bookie, I'll start with you.
Okay, not returning customers. There's so many things that can actually be because of that business. I'm sure because first and foremost, customer experience. Because that's like top on the list. Customer experience. You may have a good product and you don't have beautiful customer experience. The first point of contact, the first person, maybe, I don't know the structure of the business, maybe it's a restaurant, fast food, but the waiters, how do they,
We don't have those
we don't have those things, but I'm just saying, how do they address the customer? How do they make them feel when they come? Do they want to come? Because sometimes the customers may not even come back for the food, they may just come back for the experience, the ambience and all that.
The way you make them feel.
The way you made them feel. And I remember while I was in school, I had an experience. On campus, we had so many people selling food. And then you have to enter one of all those places. But there was this particular lady. She was just so nice. I just liked her. It's not like she had the best food. And, I remember it so much that I remember it now. But the food was okay. It wasn't like it was bad or anything. But I just liked the experience. So and that's why I always went back. So sometimes maybe you might just be focusing on the product and not remember some other details that people expect. And then you play low on them. And it may just be the reason why the customers are not returning. The second point coming to my mind right now is maybe the competition. Maybe they are getting better offers than what you have. So maybe you can do something little, adding extra value to what you're currently doing. Or find out if you have any competition around and what the options that the customers have. Yes. So I think if you look into those areas, it may help bring back customers that have experienced your product. And of course, you may also want to look into the quality of the product, the feedback. Like, are the customers enjoying the product? If they are not, why are they not enjoying it? Because it helps to, restructure and reshape and retain customers.
So I would advise her to go back. She can do some form of review, let out questionnaires to her clients that have patronized her, as much data that she has. Get back to these people. Oh, you came so here, you came so month, and you're not coming back. We would like to know, is there something you didn't quite like? Find out. Let her put in place a structure that ensures that she hears from her customers. Because it's beyond delivering a service. You need to get feedback from your clients. It is paramount for every growing business. You need to know, I might think the way I'm delivering a service or a certain product is the best. That we have different perceptions. So I need to find out from my client, do you like the way I'm doing it? How are my staff members attending to you? When you call, do you like the way you answer to on the phone? They're important. So she needs to go back to the drawing board. She needs to hear from her clients, and she needs to have a structure that ensures going forward, even for the new clients, she gets to hear from them. She gets to find out how they enjoy the service, how they enjoy the food. Some people might feel, maybe it's better if it's we have less chili in the food, for instance, or I have a bland taste, for instance, or I didn't like the way they answered me at the door. So this, Bookie just said something. She kept going back because she enjoyed the way that lady attended to her. Her food might not have been the best, therefore her experience was better. So she needs to find out. It's very, very good. She needs to care for her clients. And that will go a long way in helping her restructure, and I'm very sure go a long way in helping her retain these clients.
Okay, it's very clear. And for me, the feedback really stands out.
Yes.
I heard a story very recently of a company, they were a delivery company, and they were delivering products from a certain customer. And at a point, their staff, hijacked the process. And they thought the customer was no longer doing business with them, only to find out that a staff in that company had hijacked the process. And so when they met the customer, they're like, why did you stop doing business with us? This was like, what are you talking about? I've been doing business with you, and then recently it happened to me, and I felt very deeply upset by that experience. I was going to buy something. Just last week, I got to the store, I had negotiated, and then, it was customer care. It was amazing customer care. The staff came around me and they said, oh, madam, how can we help you? And I said, okay, I want to buy this. I got the price, and they gave me a number. And they said, come back tomorrow, because my money was going to be ready the next day. And then I called the lady and said, I'm coming now to pick up the thing. And she says, what? Madam, go to the market. I will give you somebody's number and get it there. I'm thinking of this. I'm thinking of the business owner. I'm thinking of the woman who's saying, oh, sales are poor.
The business is being sabotaged.
It's
by
being
the
sabotaged by the staff. But what do you think between both of you? Do you think I should report?
I think you should.
I think you should.
I think she's the right thing to do.
Yes. But if you're going to report, then it means you probably have to say who exactly did that.
Well, that's if the person insists that you might just want to keep it anonymous.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm just saying this to help your business, not to destroy.
So that they're actually sales, but there's
somebody
digging a hole under.
Yeah, digging a hole under to help the business owner.
Yes, it's important to do, because if that business owner continues like this,
they're going to crash my
shop. Yes. And there are ways and there are strategies to be able to mitigate against such things happening. Where you mentioned something about someone hijacking a delivery process. Yeah, that's because every time it's that person that attends to this particular person.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
You can actually swap and say, okay, if you do this delivery this week, another person will handle it next week, so that it won't be like you are attached to this person. Although it has its advantages and disadvantages, because sometimes when someone is used to one person, they just always want to deal with that one person, because that's the one face they know with your business. But it's dangerous for your business.
Because if that person goes,
they will go. Do you understand? So let it be. You are dealing with my business, not this person. So whether it's this person that comes or that person that comes, depending on the kind of business and the dynamics of the business, you know how to how to structure and mitigate against such from happening.
Okay.
I would like to also make a suggestion for business owners. Sometimes the business is doing so well, there's a tendency to get relaxed. I have very hands-on people. My staff members are efficient. My staff members are so good. But for a business owner, you need to find a way to always make sure that there are checks and balances. Because you get too comfortable and then someone just hijacks the business. There's a very big travel company happened to recently. I wouldn't want to mention names. And the CEO just said everything for the COO. And one day he left with 80% of the clients.
Oh, wow.
Because he totally handed over the business to that other person. So as a business owner, you need to have a hold over your business. You need to find a way. Yes, every big business must have very good structure, and the business owner, the CEO, the MD can do everything on his own. Fine, we agree. But there must be a structure. There must be checks. There must be balances. Something I like to suggest is I don't encourage staff members using their own numbers to call clients. Have business lines. Put it on your website. Put it on your pages. Right? So that way you can check.
Yes,
and then if the
absolutely.
staff is leaving, that number stays in the company.
Yes,
You know, so
yes,
these
very,
are ways.
very crucial.
Yes, these are
very
ways the
important.
business owner can ensure that, oh, I have a hold over my business.
yes.
Because I mean, you're putting
Yes.
all of this work,
And then someone
and
just
someone
wants
just
to,
takes it.
Yeah.
It is wrong. It is not. It's not right.
I remember, sorry to interrupt, I remember while I was working in a fashion company in Abuja, you know, I've been in the position of staff and boss, so I can speak from both ends now. You know, I was working as a client service official in a Momo Couture in Abuja fashion company, and I was supposed to attend to the clients. And now I was in a position where I'm a fashion designer. I know about, because oftentimes they like to employ people that are just passionate about fashion, but they don't really know how to sew and all that, because okay, they're trying to protect their customers, they don't want them to steal. The company always says that it is not allowed for us to give our personal numbers to the clients, but there are sometimes it's the case where it is the client that is asking you for the number, because sometimes the customer wants a personal touch with their clothes and things like that. So now, depending on the model of your business, you have to know how to preserve and keep your customers, because at that point in time I was actually in a position of stealing customers, but I just didn't, because I just felt this is not right. But there are some staff, they don't send you, they say this is opportunity, and you know and those kind of customers that were coming there then in Abuja, they were politicians, people that you only see them on TV, you know, so you be like, this is my opportunity to shine, you know. So it's very important you put those things in place, like you said, checks and balances. If you are caught with a client calling you on your personal line, this is an offense, and there's going to be a penalty, there's going to be something that will be done, and so you know that it's against the rules. This is this way the company runs, just to protect your business, so that you own it. So that you really own it.
I remember recently, has this ever happened to you? You walk into a store and maybe the POS or the ATM is not working, and then the staff gives you a staff account number to pay the money into. Has that happened to you?
Yes, it has, and I don't support that in any way.
That's so dangerous.
Yes, some because you'll be surprised. It has happened to me, and I told the staff that I don't think I'm comfortable using. Why don't I have the companies? I said, oh, my boss doesn't mind. Call her and she will confirm. And I actually did, and she said it's fine. I trust her.
Okay, so that's different.
Yeah, I know that beyond that, it can be avoided. So maybe
because that privilege can be abused.
Exactly, and she can. What of if she lives with the money and not even do the job? And you might say she's nice today, but circumstances
change people.
Things happen, yes. So it's best to avoid it. Let's have proper structures, starting from the beginning. Don't say, oh, my business is still small. Your business would grow. Start it right now, and it will help you.
Fantastic. So that's it for Sarah. We have done business school for you. So start with that. Make sure you do your checks and balances. Also, I think we also have, when we're talking about customer service, the way I think you need to invest also in customer service trainings for your staff, because you might not be there all the time. When you're there, they might act like you're professional, but when you're gone, we had a very recent situation. A lady sent us an email quickly, and her complaint was that her boss, she was too efficient on the job. So they had customers, and when the customers came, she told them this is the way it must be. And the customers got upset, reported that to her boss, and she was fired. And she said, oh my God, I was just doing my job. So also teaching your staff how to relate to customers, I think is also really key.
To also apply discretion when necessary. Because when you're creating customer experience, there's always a place for discretion. Because we are not machines and we're not computers. We're humans with emotions, and then people also want to feel emotionally connected. So the moment you're trying to treat someone like a machine,
there's a problem. And I think that's what happened with that lady, being over efficient.
Because
a computer will tell you no matter what.
Even
No emotions,
you got the computer with your own money.
nothing. Exactly. So everybody wants to feel emotionally connected. So where discretion is necessary, of course, the staff are expected to be trained in that direction so that they can deliver efficient service for your business and help your business grow.
Bookie just mentioned the fact that, you know, there was an experience that she had at a canteen when you were in school, and even on this set, you actually remember that because of the intensity of the experience and how pleasurable it was. I know for a fact, Joy, that you have a very high customer loyalty. So your retention for your business is really high.
90%.
90%, and I think that's amazing. Could you share with us some of the things that you have done differently, how you're able to retain your customers?
Thank you. I would like to mention something I heard many years ago. It was
how long have you been in business?
14 years this year.
Okay.
So it was a training some 9 years ago, and the instructor said something that stuck with me all these years. He said, before you sell a product, you sell yourself first. He also went on to say that if a customer, a client does not keep coming back because of your product, your service, he said he will come back because of you. So I learned from that, and I've kept it, and I'm teaching my staff members and teaching people I mentor over the years that there must be something about you that keeps the client coming. That is not to say you don't give good service or your products are not good, but there must be that extra thing, that interpersonal relationship. No matter how big your business is, you might not be able to do it all alone. That's why you have staff members. That's why you delegate. But that relationship, like in my company, one thing we do regularly, we do not fail to call our clients on their birthdays and their anniversaries. And every year,
Little as even
it is small, but it shows love, it shows care, it shows I'm not just interested in your money, although it's very important to me, but I'm interested in you. So clients want to see that you care. They want to see you're interested. They're like, oh, good morning, I just thought to say hello. I mean, it's beautiful. I try to imagine just waking up in the morning and then the bank sends me a message, oh, we just thought to check on you. I think I would like it. So there's this little extra you do to keep the relationship, because whether we like it or not, the customer relationship must have some form of personal touch. And for us, especially Africans, we love that personal touch. That's who we are, you know. We like people to say hello. We like people to check on us. You know, we like people to tell us they care about us. You know, so
even if they don't tell us directly, their actions can infer.
Exactly.
And I think
at the end of the year, what are you sending to your client? It might not be a big hamper. It could just be a card. As little as that goes a long way. You might just be calling a client on a day he's having a very bad day, and he's like, oh, this person is thinking about me. And then you also teach your staff members. How do your staff members talk to your clients? Are they nice on the phone? Do clients call and talk and say, who is this? I hear that a lot in Nigeria. I'm like, hello, are we fighting? You know. So over the years, I also went out on my way to teach my staff members how to answer the phone. In short, I told them what to say. Even in sending emails, you have to regularly thank your clients for their patronage. It is a constant. You must do it if you're with us.
That's fantastic.
Yes. So these are little things
that you do.
Yes.
So Bookie, I mean, with this personal touch, really as an entrepreneur, you might not be so bothered about your staff trying to poach your clients, because I mean your clients will be so loyal to you, they would even report.
They would even report. They would actually even report, because sometimes your staff do stuff, but then you have that touch you put into it. You know, I'm a fashion entrepreneur. I'm a garment maker. And then I have people that work with me. But oftentimes I like to put me into those garments. Sometimes the customers may not see it, but when they wear it, they feel it. They say, Bookie, you're not the one that sewed this clothes. It's not like I'm the one sewing everything. What they are trying to say is, I cannot feel you. You know,
Wow.
so it's you know, we are energy beings, and we function with our energies, our emotions. So sometimes the emotion is not really about, you know, even after sending the emails and saying thank you, but how much attention do you pay to their lives when you are doing what you are doing for them, even in their absence? It's not just in the customer service also, but how they experience you in that product or in that service. So sometimes when my customer says, Bookie, you are not the one that sold it, I know what they are saying. It's not like they don't know that I don't sew everything. They are saying that Bukky Bash touch. I can, so in my mind, I know that I know what you're talking about. So you know, every business person has to find a way to put themselves into however they do it. This is creatively, and you know, so that they can feel the customers can feel that personal touch at the end.
I have never looked at it from this perspective. This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for that. Now, in concluding, let's just talk quickly about the kind of things that we should look out for when we're hiring. What kind of staff do you want to have in your organization, especially, for example, if you're an upcoming business? Joy, could you help us with your thoughts on that?
So in the first place, an entrepreneur should look for people, staff members, that think like him or her.
They should think like you.
Yes, they might not.
So how do you know they think like you?
You know, the process of the interview, whether you're doing it yourself, whether you're sourcing it out, there are certain questions you must ask. You need to know about them, their background. That's why you notice that in interviews now, some personal questions coming in because they want to know about the person's background. They want to know how he or she thinks. They want to know how he or she sees the job, the business. So those things are very important. I'm sure that's why they
always ask in interviews. Sometimes they'll say, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Exactly.
So they want to get a feel of...
Exactly. You know, so they want to know how they think. So it's very important. You have to look for like-minded staff members. But the truth is, training is also very important because you might not exactly see someone that thinks like, after all, you are the boss because you are head. And you're head. So training. As an entrepreneur, you need to invest in training.
And that training
very
mustn't
important.
Be very expensive training.
No, it doesn't have to be.
You could get a friend who has experience in whatever it is.
Yes, because startup businesses might have issues using the big...
Yes, their budgets might not...
Exactly. You know, letting them know how they speak to clients, how they dress to the office, how they send emails, because even in our tone, one can be rude. Some people don't know. Some people are rude and they don't know. Yes. You know, how to be polite. I once heard a business owner say she told her staff members, when you're picking a call, smile. Because
absolutely,
it's going to affect you.
The way you talk, So even if maybe you came to the office, you're upset with your husband or the children or someone annoyed you at the bus stop, but once you smile, you would be nice.
That reminds me of what Bookie said about being energy beings. So you're smiling, I can't see, but I know I'm happy, I'm comfortable because I can feel it.
Exactly.
One of the first things I like to ask people, or I like to find out, is that this thing that you want to come and do for me, if I'm not going to pay you, are you going to do it? That is very key. I will pay you. I'm not saying I'm not going to pay you. But you see, you need to understand the level of importance people attach to money. Because money has now become a force of control and why people do what they do. And then they cannot think about anything else in life. Apart from, it's true. It's true. They cannot now think of any important thing in life apart from money. You know, because the nature of the work that we do, you really need to be passionate. Because there's a point where it's no longer about the money. I just want this customer to be satisfied. I just want her to feel nice in this dress. I just want to. So at that point, you're not even thinking about the money. You may not have even made any profit on the job. You know,
but you just want to get this
job. You have to get this job done. You need to retain this customer, and you need to make this person happy. So I'm thinking, look, if I'm not going to pay you for this, would you still take this job? The way you answer will tell me I will be able to know what decisions
because
to make.
We're energy beings. I can read you. Even if you hesitate, I can
tell. You know, so those are some of the things I can look out for, you know, just to add to what she has said.
Thank you. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. You know, I think it just keeps getting better every day, gets better and better with every episode, and this has been really enlightening for us. And yes, Sarah, Now you have your answer, so you could go through, you know, the list. We've given you a whole list, and there's so much that you can look out for. We wish you the best in your business and in your endeavors. So we have come to the end of this episode, and it has been so beautiful chatting with you ladies. Thank you once again for every gem, every nugget of knowledge and information you have shared with us on the show. It has been so much fun being with you. I will see you same time next week. Please join me to tell everybody bye. Till we see you next week. Bye. Bye.